me a big body Benz. We touching paper for real niggas rapping pretend.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been so long. I feel like I haven't done a sit down talking video with you guys in such a long time, probably since before December. So happy new year. If I haven't said happy new year, I did take a little bit of time off because I was vlogging the whole month of December, which is literally exhausting if you guys don't know. But I did want to share my year-end favorites with you guys. I really had to sit with my thoughts and collect myself. And I know I normally have favorites months every month for a whole year, and I'll look back through them and see what my top favorites are. But when I was looking back over my channel, I only had favorites for about half of the year because I did have Denver in February, the end of February. Everything kind of got mushed together, pushed back. The year flew by, literally. So I just really went back through my collection, see what I was loving, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I won't talk too long, so we could just hop right in. I will try to go in order that I do my makeup if you guys watch my tutorial videos. And I might sound a little nasally to you guys. I know to me I do. I caught a little bit of like a head cold from a girl when I went to this meeting. She literally sneezed right next to me and there was nothing I could do. And I felt it. I'm like, no, I never get sick. But she said she was full-blown sick right now. It's been like just my nose for the past like 2 days. So, but anywho, let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with face lotions, face oils. That's really how I start my day. Oh, no. I have to get up and get it. I thought I had it here at my desk. Hold on one sec. So, for the better part of the year, this was my favorite face oil. This is from Derma E. This is the Essential Glow Face Oil in collaboration with Sunkissed Alba. I love this stuff. When you look at it, it has pretty gold flecks of like mica in there, and I freaking love it. This is something that you can find at Ulta or on their .com. I believe you can even find this on iHerb, but don't quote me on that one. I really love this. I feel as though some days, especially when I first had Denver, I wasn't doing makeup. I was too tired. There just wasn't enough time in the day, and really what was I doing makeup for? I was staying home, you know? So I would just wash my face and I would put this on and, you know, tie my hair up or pin my hair back and continue on with my day, and my face looked so good. I was getting so many compliments like, oh, you have that mother glow, you know, and I'm like, no, really, that's the secret tip to it. I really love this oil. I recommend it to everybody that asks. This Derma E is a vegan and cruelty free brand, so if you guys support this oil. I personally love it. I believe David's used it a couple times and he's like, this actually really is good. And David has the opposite skin of myself. I have dry, dehydrated skin, and he has probably, I would say, oily combination skin. So for him to actually like this as well is a good thing. The next oil that I also tried out, I want to say the later half of the year, probably from like June, July on back, is this one. And this actually also works on my nephew's skin. He has like spots on his skin, like sunspots, or I'm not even too sure. I'm not even sure the name of it, but we were trying to figure out what was going on, and my sister found this. This is from Henriksen. This is the Pure Truth Youth Activating Oil. I love this. It smells like Fruit Loops. It's a little bit more on the pricey side. You could find this brand at Sephora, and yeah, I feel like it really does work. It's very hydrating. I prefer to use this at night so it sits in my skin and my skin has time to absorb it. It just says warm 1 to 2 pumps between hands, massage gently in circular motions on cleansed face, neck, and décolleté. And I really like this. I believe it has vitamin C oil. I'll have to put all the good for you things, because I threw out the box, what it has in it so you guys know. But this oil I can highly recommend, especially if you have dehydrated skin like I do. This is a good one. Now for face lotions, or because I put oil on first and then I do lotion. In the morning time, I use this when I'm doing my makeup before I put my makeup on. This works really well under makeup. It's like it's lightweight. Like if we're talking about lotions from like light to heavy, it's like a light medium. So this is called Skin Restore Advanced Peptides and Collagen Moisturizer. This is also from Derma E. Like I said, this is vegan and cruelty free, and I think it's also soy free. Yes, and it's eco-ethical. So I like this. It has a, you guys saw, I'll try to pop a clip in. I believe I did it before I did my makeup here, just so you guys can see how I use it, because I know I haven't uploaded a video in a while for like skincare and makeup. But I use this, like I said, underneath my makeup before I put primer on. I just rub it in. I'll take a cloth to wipe off the product that's in my eyebrows, do my eyebrows so my skin has a chance to like absorb it, settle in, and then I'll go in with primer. I really like this stuff. This is really good for my skin. I feel as though like the youthfulness of my skin came back. Especially after having Denver and breastfeeding, that like depletes you of any moisture, any extra anything that you have in your body. It depletes you because I'm giving it to my son. So that's something that I like as well. And let me grab the one that I use at night. Now, at nighttime, I use kind of like, I guess it's the nighttime version of this. This is called the Hydrating Night Cream. It's made with hyaluronic acid and green tea. So I'll cleanse my skin at night. I'll go in with that Olay Henriksen face oil. It's orange. I love it. I put that in. I let that absorb into my skin, and I'll go in with this. This is actually a lot heavier than the daytime face oil. You can actually probably see it as I pull this off how thick it is. I really enjoy this. This is something that my skin looks forward to, I feel like, every night, especially going to work every day and wearing makeup. This is something that when you cleanse your skin, especially if you're using like an exfoliator every other day or every day, however you guys are with your skin is how you are. But for me, if I use like an exfoliator, I like to go in with the oil, but then to actually like seal in that extra moisture, I'll go in with this. I have one at my desk and then one in the bedroom area, just so when I'm doing all those things at nighttime, I don't have a reason to not moisturize my skin. It's very important for me. I feel like it's keeping the youthfulness. I am getting older. I'm not saying I'm old, but I am getting older, so I'm trying to take care of my skin a little better. So that is for face oils and face lotion. Now, like I was saying, when I do my base of face oils and lotions, I take a cloth and I wipe off my eyebrows, so I am allowed, or I'm able to go in to doing my eyebrows without having that extra product. Now, people that do their whole face of makeup and then do their eyebrows, like, I envy you. I don't know how you do it, but for me, the eyebrows are the base of the face, so I have to make sure my eyebrows are on and set and good and well before I even move on to anything else. So we'll move into eyebrow products. I'm very picky with eyebrow stuff. It's very hard for me to find things that I really like and keep going back to. The one pencil that I kept going back to, I don't know if the brand discontinued it. I don't know if it's just not in stores anymore, but it hurts my feelings. It was the NYX pencil, and I believe it's the color Sable, if I'm not mistaken. And I've gone to every store around here. Nobody carries it anymore. I need to find a Kmart, and if I find a Kmart, they're in trouble because I'm gonna clear it out. I don't care. So instead, I've been using, I'll show you. I went through a couple different things this year. I went through the BH Cosmetics HD Brow Pencil, and I actually really like this. I just think that color was a little bit off, but it was something that I could work with. This one was in the color Ebony, and I like the spoolie in this. I actually prefer a harder spoolie than something soft. I like a spoolie to be able to move the product through the brow. So this was one that I really liked. Another thing that I was using during this is Jordana's dark brown color 58. This is what I've been using after the BH Cosmetics ran out. So I have these two, and then I also had another BH Cosmetics pencil, but that one ran out as well. So I was going through a lot of brow product this year. I don't know why. I don't know what has been going on. I don't know if it's a different technique that I'm using, which I don't think it's a different technique, but I was using those. And then also a staple for me was the Beverly Hills the Dip Brow Pomade. I use the color Granite, and when I purchase these, I actually like to let them dry out a bit, because I find that when they're too new, it is just too dark. It is too stark. My brows look like Sharpie brows and I don't like that. And any color above it is too light. And this one, I go between granite and I think it's dark brown or ebony is the other color. And the brush, I have to show you guys the brush because the brush is very important. So when I do use the brow pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is the Dip Brow Pomade. I use the color Granite. The brow pencil or brush, I'm sorry, that I use is very important. I was looking high and low for this for years. I don't know how long you guys have been following my journey, my path here on YouTube, on Instagram, but I'm very particular about my brows. I will sit here and it'll take me forever, but I need them to look, you know, very filled in and good and fluffy and just like they're my own. So when I found this Kat Von D brush, it's the number 70. This is so thin. I'll show you guys really quick. I'll pick up just a bit of product. When I use the product for my brows, I actually like to dip it in the cap and dry it out as much as I can. And then I'll show you on the back of my hand. This brush gets it very thin. I have yet to come across another brow brush that can do what this does. Wow, look at that. And you see how I like the color Granite because you can go harder and get like a darker line, or you can have it super light like this, kind of where it looks like it was like a powder was in your brow. So I just learned that over time. Some people may say don't let your items dry out. For me, it's just, if I don't, it's just too stark. A brand new one of these, it's like, forget it. It's just too dark. So that's what I was using for the year. Those are my favorites for the year for brow products. Now, if you guys can recommend me anything else for brow products, I will try it out. I have purchased some brow stuff from Shop Miss A because I just did a haul for them as well, or on their products as well. Kind of not really much a haul. It's more of like a replaying because I got lashes too, but I'm trying out some of their brow stuff, so I will let you guys know how that goes. I'll tell you what I like. I like more of a waxy texture to the product, but not a shiny waxy. So yeah, so that's what I've been using. We can move on to, what can we move on to? Well, I did the brow pomade. Okay, so after I do brows, I go in with my primer, right? Because my lotion has set, my eyebrows are on. So now we're going to go in with a primer. So I have been between a couple, and I'm just trying to use this up because I've had this for a while. This is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. This is actually really good. I want to say this is about $6, $7. You guys can find this one as well. But my year-end favorite, this is something that I feel like I'm going to keep repurchasing and over and over and over. I did have to put it on the back burner for a second when I was pregnant because I just couldn't take the smell. It doesn't have a really potent smell, but when you're pregnant, everything stinks. So this is the Cover FX Anti-Aging Primer. I like the fact that it's anti-aging. Like I said, anything to preserve youthfulness is a good thing to me. So I like this. You really only have to use a really tiny bit. It says apply every morning on clean face. I do the prime skin for foundation application. So I do like a patting motion just to make sure it packs in on the pores. I don't really struggle too badly with pores, but I do like to make sure that the under eye area is set really well so that I don't really have too much creasing or breaking up of product or anything like that. So Cover FX, I really like this, and I feel like I'm going to repurchase this over and over again unless another brand comes out with something that I really like that's anti-aging and a primer. This. I also really like the Lush Cosmetics one, but I need to repurchase that, and I don't know where a Lush is around me. Actually, I probably should Google that. Anywho, that's for primer. So for concealer, well, before you would conceal, you would color correct. So this is something that I really like, and I've been using this brand for a really long time now. This is the NYX Cosmetics Dark Circle Concealer. It's a corrector. It's a little more orangey. I was trying to use the LA Girl corrector in, I believe the color is salmon. It was just too orange for my liking. I like this because it has a bit of a tinge to it of color. It's in the color Deep, like a bit of an orange salmon color, but not orange, where it's like if you don't put foundation on, it's really noticeable. I could probably put this on, walk out of the house with it, and you wouldn't even really tell the difference. So I like this. I use, you know what, let me bring my brushes in front of me. When I use these items, I try to rub as much out as I can so they're not as dirty, but this is what it looks like too. This is a brush that I really love. This is from the Kat Von D collection, her 10th year anniversary collection. This is the, come on Sherelle, think of it, the edge concealer brush. I think that's what it's called. And I really like this. I like how it's double-ended, like a doe foot applicator in a sense. I need to get a dupe for this because this is an expensive brush, and I don't like to recommend things that are too high-end, too expensive. But, you know, Kat Von D, I love Kat Von D and I support that brand. So I wanted to show my love and get this brush. But I really like this. It fits perfectly in the pot. And then I really like it because when I use this, I'm trying to be a little more gentle on my skin when I'm applying makeup. Because I do apply makeup so often, when I do use it, I'll take enough product on the brush and I do like a, you know, patting motion, very lightly pat, 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 and then I'll have to do a video and you guys will see how much more gentle I am being on my skin. So I like that for color correcting. Now I'm going to give you two different concealers, like the beginning of the year and then this later half of the year. The beginning of the year I was obsessed with BH Cosmetics, the BH Liquid Foundation, Naturally Flawless. I use the color 225 Mocha. I really like this. I feel like this is a buildable coverage. I want to say it's medium to full coverage as well. And I really like this. I recommended it to my sister. She really likes this. I prefer to use it on a flat I'm sorry. I prefer to use it on the 10 brush from Kat Von D or the, I think it was a flat Kabuki. I was using this one from Luxie Beauty. Yeah, the flat top Kabuki. This is the 530 brush. I've been using this for a while. I like it as well. It doesn't leave streaks and you can, you know, take your time and really buff the product into your skin. So those are the brushes that I like to use for these. BH Cosmetics is very affordable, and I believe now you can find them in almost every Ulta, but I prefer to shop online because they have the whole collection online for them. Also, when I was using that BH Cosmetics foundation, I was using the Total Coverage Concealer, and what color is this? 117. So 117 is the color that I was using. It was a little more pinky, so I think if I were to go back on and repurchase this concealer, because I actually really did like it, less is more with this product. I would probably go like one color up or get like something that has more of a golden undertone instead of a pink undertone. I think on the website it said golden, but to me it translates as pink. I believe I said that in one of my other videos as well. But I really did like the consistency of this. It's long wearing. I didn't really find too much creasing. If you want to set your products, you can. The next foundation that I was really liking for the last end of the year, which I'm not exactly sure what happened to it. It was on my desk and I was giving my sister foundation to try out, and I think she took it by mistake. So I really have been loving the Black Radiance foundation. It was in the color Bisque. I prefer that one too because after application it left your skin a little bit dewy. So if you're somebody that likes a dewy foundation, that one's not half bad. It was a lightweight liquid formula, but something that kind of reminds me, but this is a little more full coverage, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the color Cocoa. Less is more with this product as well. You literally can just tap it on your skin like for me, because I like a medium coverage, sheer to medium coverage. Tap it on your skin, a little goes a long way. For me, depending on the brush, it does leave a little bit of streaking, but if I go back in and buff it out with another brush or like pat it in, maybe take a little bit of product off of the brush I was using to apply, it works really well. Now also with this Wet n Wild, I want to say I paid like $5, $6 for this, and a little goes a long way, like I said, so I really can't complain. I also have been loving the LA Girl LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use the color Fawn, and this is for my under eye. Now, it's a perfect brighter color, but not like stark bright. If I want something a little lighter, I will just mix in a little bit of the Kat Von D Whiteout concealer, and that works well if you want something like that. For another high-end concealer, I like the Lush. Not sure where I left off, but we will go to... This year I didn't really use a lid primer. I just used my concealer on my lids and just kept it moving. If anything, I would use the, and this is an oldie but a goodie, this is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk all over the lid. I also have a black one as well, but I use the white one more. This one, you use jumbo pencils in this stark white color to make colors that you're putting on your lid more true to color. So if you want the purple in a palette to look how purple it is in the palette on your skin, I would go in with something like this. I know they do have the P. Louise makeup base that's all the rage right now. I'm not exactly sure where to get it from, and if I can get my hands on it, I will grab it. But that's what I use. Nothing's wrong with it. Oldie but goodie. It's still something that you could find at your Ulta. It doesn't break the bank, and it's a pencil. You sharpen it, you keep on going, you can keep it sanitary. So that's something that I like and prefer. I already spoke to you guys about my foundations. I could show you what I use for my bronzer, my concealer this year. This also comes from BH Cosmetics, the Studio Pro Contour Palette. The lid actually broke off of mine, so I can open this and show you guys this way. I want to say this palette goes for around $11, $12, but it's BH Cosmetics, so you could always wait for a sale, something that you feel comfortable paying. You could wait and get this whole product. So this is what, 10 colors. I normally use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one looks a little bit ashy to me if it was going to go on my skin, so I don't really use it. If you guys wanted to set your under eyes with a yellow, you could use that one as well. But for me, I just use those 5. I wish that they would just come out with the colors individually, and this is something that I would buy from BH Cosmetics to keep in my daily palette that I reach for. But this is what I use for the contour palette of the year. Like, I freaking love this, and I'll probably order it over and over and over again. I've been waiting for Kat Von D to come out with a contouring palette that is suitable for darker skin. I know you can buy the palettes, the pans that are interchangeable, but there's still not a color that's dark enough that I think would work. I'm gonna have to check back on the site to see if she's come out with any darker colors, but the original contour palette for Kat Von D, it just didn't go deep enough. And I remember going on a couple gigs with them, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't contour my face today. And Risa tried to do it, and she was like, this isn't dark enough for you. So you know, that's just something that I would have to look into on my own. But BH Cosmetics, probably around $10, $11 is a perfect palette. Oh, also, if you guys want to set your under eyes, this is a brand that I've been loving for this entire year, but I've been loving them for a while. I followed them on Instagram. It's, you know how you just follow brands that you really like and support, and this is an indie brand. They're called Lunatic Cosmetics Labs, and I believe I did a haul video for you guys, and I've been loving a lot of products from them, and I want to share this one as well. So this is the Mystifying Mattifying High Definition Micro Finish Press Powder, and I think it's really cool because it's like the Ouija, the thing that goes on a Ouija board. I forget what it's called, but this is what the pressed powder looks like. And I'll go in with my e.l.f. foundation brush. I'm sorry, my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. So I use this, and you can see I use it today because it has a little bit of powder. I just literally tap it. Less is more with this as well. And this also has a mirror. I haven't taken my the sticker off of it, but I normally just press it and press it till you don't see anymore, and this really sets that under eye, and I really have been enjoying this. It brightens it a tad as well, so if you see it, oh, I love this stuff. It's so good. When I use it in pictures, there's no flashback. It actually makes your skin look very velvety and soft, so that's another reason why I like it as well. But this is from Lunatic Cosmetics Labs. Like I said, an indie brand. They have a really cool box when you purchase from them. I really like this product. If you guys have tried it, let me know. But yeah, this, like, I love it. I love it. I need to get a backup of this because I love it. I'm not even sure. It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I really like this. Now, before I had that product, I was using the Kat Von D setting powder, and I was trying out these from the AOA Studios, and I still don't know how I like them. This one I never opened. It's the banana color, but the brightening one I was trying to use, and then also the soft light one, and I just felt like they weren't quite working. I will try them again because I have so much of them. Whichever one I don't want, I'll give it to my sister. But two of them I didn't open because I just wasn't sure. So this one's the translucent and the banana. I wasn't sure if the banana was going to be light enough, because you can get a banana powder that's too dark, and I didn't want to do that. The whole point of it is to set it, but also have it like brightening, or set it and not have a color at all. So I want to dip back into these. But for the year, I've been loving that Lunatic Cosmetics Lab mattifying powder. It's so good. If you guys haven't tried it, try it. I really like it. So yeah. Now for the year on eyeshadow singles, I'll do eyeshadow singles. I'll do an eyeshadow palette for you guys, and then also a liquid shadow. I really had a hard time with this because I recently, probably in the past 2 years, have gotten back into using palettes. I before wasn't a singles girl. I would make my own. I would make my own palettes using the singles, which is great because I was curating something for me, right? For me, by me. But it's really cool to step outside that comfort zone and use something that you probably wouldn't always. So for the year, this might come as a surprise because I didn't really do too many videos with it, or I don't even think at all. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro palette. This one is great. I use this for Anaya on her makeup for her graduation day, and I thought it was perfect because I was able to do a look for myself, do a look for her. If my sister needed something, I think my sister-in-law even wanted me to do her makeup as well. So I felt this palette was perfect. It's very inexpensive. This is the Ultimate Neutral Shadow Palette. It says creamy matte, soft shimmers, and newly formulated metallic. So if you guys look at this, you pretty much get like a couple palettes in one. I would say these top 3 rows, are mattes. These the bottom 3 rows are shimmers and metallics, but it's kind of like you're getting 2 palettes in one for the price of one. I really like them. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. I've used a bunch of these in this quadrant here. I just love them. You really can get a whole bunch of looks from this. If you guys are looking for a really good, and I like that it comes with the sheet as well. If you guys are looking for a palette that has a lot of mattes and a lot of neutral colors, a lot of browns, golds, this is a perfect palette. Like I said, BH Cosmetics, you can go on their website. You would think I work for BH Cosmetics as much as it's in this video, but they just have really great products there, and for affordable prices, it's a great brand. I don't feel as though they get enough shine. I know they did a collaboration with Carly Bible, and you know, a couple people have been doing collaborations, but I still feel like they're a brand that's under talked here on this platform. So I wanted to give them their shine as well. Now, if you wanted a brand that was really cool, really breakout this past year, I would suggest Juvia's Place. I have their palette here as well. If you guys wanted something maybe not so big, I did travel with that, but I don't mind traveling with things that I really like and really need and really want to bring with me. I can recommend a smaller version of that palette in a sense. This is the Nubian by Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place, I feel like really came, they probably debuted 2 years ago, but this was the year where they were really launching palette after palette, product after product, and this is something that I feel would be a staple in anybody's collection. You do have a couple mattes in this palette, some good shimmers, and they're very pigmented, very affordable, they last long, they're very pretty. The prettiest, oh, you get a little sheet here as well. I think the bigger palettes have the names of the colors. If you don't do YouTube and you're not doing tutorials, it doesn't matter. yeah, so those are two good palettes if you want to do neutrals. I feel like this was the year of neutrals for me. I normally use so much color on my eyes. I just love it. I'm just such a color person when it comes to that. But being a new mom, I was like, listen, Sherelle, you're doing makeup. If you want to do a pop of color, just drag something on the bottom lower line or add some glitter. So I kind of stuck to neutrals this year, and that's okay because I was able to play with different shapes of what I wanted to do, different cut creases and all that stuff. So those are two really great staples in my palette this past year, and I really can't say any other like great things about them. I did have another palette from from Juvia's Place, but I wasn't exactly sure which one I wanted to highlight, so I just waited on that one. Maybe I'll add it, you know, down below which one I decided to choose. But on video, I just wanted to say Juvia's Place, if I was going to choose a palette that was going to be something for every day or something travel friendly, if you were a bride, if you were attending a wedding, anything like that, this is a really great palette because it's neutrals, but you can play with the, you know, different placements of the colors. So highly recommend this. I really like them. Very affordable. It seems as though they're always having some kind of sale. So if you guys don't want to spend too much money, or if you would rather spend $50 and get however much because they're having a sale, just wait on that. You can sign up for their emails as well. So I really like that. We will move into highlights. Oh wait, no, hold on. So I did my palette. I want to show you a single shadow. I have two single shadows that I was really obsessed with this year as well. Don't shoot me. But it's another Kat Von D. This is a Metal Crush Thunderstruck color. And I love this because it morphs into so many different colors. So depending on how you want to wear it, you could wear it just regular like that. Oh, you could use this as a highlight as well. Oh, and it's so soft. If you layered it on certain colors, it color shifts, it changes like that. The other day I had on, what color did I have on my lid? And it turned it blue, like a purpley blue. It was so pretty underneath. So I really like this one. It's affordable. I want to say you can still find this on the website. If not, they do sell the Thunderstruck palette in a quad, and it's the same palette. Oh, it's the same color as that one. I really like that for a single shadow. Another one has been from Styli Style. This is a pressed pigment. I talked about Styli Style Cosmetics a while back. They're a cruelty-free company as well. They do have vegan options, and this one is in the color Liquid Gold. Like I said, it's their pressed pigment, so you know it's going to be very stark. So that's literally me touching my finger to the pan, and I'll swatch it right here. Dragged it once, and look how pigmented that is. Now that says a lot. I probably could do another stripe from what's left over, but that shows you how well made that color is, that literally I went like that and picked up so much. I love this color. I wore this to work a couple times, and every time I wore it, people were like, yo, your eyes, they look so pretty. What color is that? So I had to let them know. Styli Style, like I said, cruelty free. They also do have vegan options if you guys are into that as well. This off so I can show you guys my liquid eyeshadows for the year. I was going back and forth. I have a couple in my stash, and I just want to show you the brand, and then I'll show you the product that I really, or the color that I really preferred this year. Now, Pixie has been huge in my collection this year. I just really like them, and I like that they're cruelty free. They also have vegan options as well, but these are so good. Now, you guys want to talk about a dupe for the Stila Cosmetics. I forget what they call them, but their eyeshadow, oh, metal something. Goodness, I just gifted this the other day to a friend at work. Look, do I have the receipt? I have the receipt right here. The Dazzling Eye, I think that was called 3D Dazzle. It was on sale. I purchased it because we were doing Secret Santa, so I wanted to give her something that I never even tried the Stila ones. I swatched them in the store and I really liked them, and I was like, well, I don't want to buy something for myself. I'd rather gift this to her, and then I'll make sure that if I use these, I'll probably end up going back and getting those. So these are the Pixie by Petra. These are, it comes in this box like this, and I freaking love them. These are called Liquid Fairy Lights. I have 5 colors here. They're a glimmery eyeshadow. I'll swatch them really quick for you guys because I really like this one. So, or I really like them. They're not too chunky. They're very comfortable on the eye. They don't pick up any other, like if your base that you have down, it doesn't pick it up, which I really like as well. This is the color, wait, am I wearing this one on my eyes today? Yes, I'm wearing this one. This one's called Bare Brilliance, and I love, like love. Another time I was at work, a lady was about to leave and she doubled back and she was like, your eye makeup is beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you. So I really like these colors. The one that I don't really gravitate towards most is this color, but I feel like that's going to be my challenge to use it. So this is called Passion Light. I really like this. I use this color Sunray in the inner corner of my eye pretty often because I don't have to do any fuss and muss with eyelash glue. But you guys know I'm such an eyelash, I'm sorry, an eyeshadow wearer with the over top glitters that I don't really care. So those are all the colors that I have. Okay, so I'm not sure where that cut off. It's kind of annoying that it cut off, but I really like the formula of the Pixie by Petra, the Liquid Fairy Lights. I feel as though it's a formulation of a liquid eyeshadow which they incorporated some glitter in. That's kind of how I feel, but the glitter sticks. Like I could rub my hand over it and none of it's really coming off. It may shift a little bit, but it's still there. At the end of the day, if I'm wearing this makeup look, I'm not going to have any fallout from the glitter, which is a good thing. Now, if we're going to go back to traditional glitters that you use a glitter for, my favorite, and it's been my favorite for a long time because it's not an alcohol-based product, is this NYX Glitter Primer. You can find this at Ulta. It's probably like $5 or $6. I've had this one for a while. NYX is a cruelty-free company as well, so I support them. My other... The color that I have been loving, and it's really a color of like the year, is this color by Glitter Injections. This is called Chocolate Kiss. But to be honest, and I feel like in this year I really want to try a couple different brands of glitters, so I will have my eyes out. I do have some saved on my tabs on my computer, but I really do like Glitter Injections. But I should my support to this company. She is a smaller indie brand, I would say, and I really like it. Chocolate Kiss. They have Angel Face, I think, is another one that I liked. Copper Crush is another color that I like from them. But the color, the thought process behind Glitter Injections, the brand, how it comes in a syringe is really cute. I think she's might have changed that since the branding of her company, but that's really cool. I didn't talk about bronzers. I really have been loving the Milani Big Bronzer in Soleil. This is an oldie but goodie if you guys have been on this channel for a while. This is something I do like to have glowy skin, and this is something that I like. I use it on, you could use it on a Kabuki brush. There's something that's a little fuller. This e.l.f. powder brush you can also use. Something a little fuller where you could just, instead of where you put contour, just use the bronzer and put it all there along the jawline, on the hairline. This is something that on days that if I'm not wanting to do a full contour, full glammed out look, if I'm just going, you know, brows, mascara, foundation, I'll go in with this as well. What else? The highlighters. Highlighters as well has been my thing this year. I'm a late bloomer into highlighters. I never really liked how highlighters, some girls would do such the stark line. I don't understand it. So for me, it took me a long time to actually warm up to the fact that I can wear a highlighter and not have to do it so dramatic and drastic. So for me, the beginning of the year, I was really into this BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant. This is Baked Illuminating and Bronzing Palette. I like this. I've had this for a while, you know. I just make sure that I sanitize it. Nothing's wrong with it. I really like it, and I feel like I'm getting really good use out of it this year. So I doubt that I'll hit pan, but I'm going to continue to use that and mix it with all the products. If you want to buy that, you could also use it on your eyes as well. I do highlighting, a little bit on the nose. But the product that has taken me by storm this year is by Pixie by Petra. This is the Glossomer Duo. I have both colors that it comes in. This is the Subtle Sunrise and Delicate Dew. I actually thought Delicate Dew wasn't going to fit me. And the Sunrise color was going to be a little more suited because it's a little more peachy and golden. Well, this is it has a little bit more silver in this peachy color. I'm sorry, in this pinky color, and this is more of a golden, but I actually use them both. They work really well. I use this in conjunction with the Royal and Langnickel Highlight and Glow BMD 265 brush. I just go right on the side here, pick up a little bit, and go right in. So I prefer my tapping method, just so I'm not placing so much product on, and then I'll flip the brush so the color that the pigment that I picked up on the brush is on the opposite side, and I'll just drag it right on through. Same thing, so whatever product is still on the brush, I'll use it for this side of my face. On the high points, you can bring it up towards your temple as well, turn that brush back on around and fan it out a little better. So, and then if you still feel like it's a little too stark for you, you could go back in. I like my flat top Kabuki brush. I want to say this is from Crown Brushes. I recommend this to you guys all the time, but I can't remember where I got it now because everything's rubbed off. So that's how I use these two. These are very, very pretty. Pixie by Petra has been doing it this year. I don't know if I'm just new to it or they're just coming out with some stellar products, but I really like it. This is also a funny texture. It kind of feels wet, but it's not wet. It kind of gives you that, like there's a swatch of that. Like how pretty is that? It kind of gives you that ColourPop bouncy feel, but not so much. That's the other color in that palette. Look how pretty that is, you know? I feel like you guys can see I've been definitely putting a dent into them. I can highly recommend this. If you are somebody that's kind of unsure about doing the highlight as how I was, I can recommend this product. The case doesn't really bother me. Listen, as long as the product works, if the outside is not the greatest, it is what it is. If that's the way of saving money on a product, I don't care. Give me it, because it really is going in my drawer. I don't travel with my makeup products, so the case doesn't really bother me. I've been using Duo Glue. You guys know I love Duo Glue for my lashes. I tried House of Lashes before, and I just felt like it was a little too crackly on my eyes. I don't know if that's a correct word, but it just felt like when I took the lashes off, my number one, my eyelids were dry, and then it also like made the band of the eyelashes like crunchy. If that's the correct term I could use. For lashes as well, you guys know I'm not huge on buying super expensive lashes, especially if anybody knows me. Majority of the times my lashes, wherever I am, they are. Like if I pull them off here at my desk, I'll put them right there and that's where it is. I do have a carry case that I do use, but sometimes it's just so out of sight, out of mind type of thing. Especially with having Denver now, it's like, girl, if you want to take them lashes off, just put them right next to the sink or whatever, and it is what it is. So I'll show you some of the brands, or this is a brand that I prefer to use. I get my lashes off of shopmissa.com, and I really like them because they're $1, you know? I feel like you can't go wrong. So this is the year of wispies for me. I love wispies and de-wispies. This is from the brand Cara Beauty. So these are the ones. I prefer to use lashes that look a little more natural, something that looks like I could have grown them myself, that it's not so stark while she's wearing lashes. But then the days that I do want to seem like I'm wearing lashes, I will use a spiky lash. I normally use the House of Lashes, is it Tigris? Lash, but I think they discontinued that. I've had a couple in my stash and I was looking to re-up on them, and the only place I could find them on was Amazon. So I think they maybe they renamed it, I'm not sure, but this one, when I saw it on the website, it reminded me very much of them. This is Cara Beauty 702 lash. You guys always compliment that I have compliment me on my lashes, that I have such pretty lashes, and thank you. But Cara Beauty is the one who's been helping me make these lashes look even better. So I like them. Like I said, you can get them from shopmissa.com. Those are the style of lash, like a wispy lash is me. Something that's a little shorter here, longer on the outside, just long and wispy is really great to me. For the mascara, because I do use and wear false lashes pretty often, I do like this one. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Wear Mascara. It's nice and black. It is the color very black. You could pick this up pretty much anywhere. I think I get mine from like the dollar store. So if you guys are somebody that wears false lashes and you don't really care what the underneath looks like, this is a good one. But even on days that I'm not wearing lashes, I like the way these make my lashes look. Like yesterday, I didn't have lashes on. I did a really pretty eye look, but I just ran out of time to like pop some on real quick and not be late and sitting in traffic and all that stuff. So that's what I did. And I use this mascara and I just do maybe like 2 or 3 coats and it works really well. Also, to set my brows, you guys know I've had the longest and biggest struggle of my life with my brows, but this is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Mascara. I am at the bitter end, y'all. I just use this and go right through my brows. I want to say I could find this at Walmart, but last time I went to Walmart, they were completely sold through of Wet n Wild products. So maybe I'll try another Walmart or another store that carries Wet n Wild and see how that goes. Now, and then also for liners, this was the year for me of e.l.f. liquid liner. I have found e.l.f. years ago. I've been using e.l.f. probably for the last 12 years, I would say. When I went into college, 17, so you guys do the math, however long that is. e.l.f. This is the, I think it's called Liquid Precise. But it's in the color jet black. It also comes in a brown as well. I have the brown as well, but I prefer the jet black. I use this almost every day. If you wanted a pen version of one, I could recommend the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Tattoo liner, they stay on really long. And then the ink liner, it depends on if you like a felt tip or a brush tip, but either of those are really well. You can use them for different things. If you wanted to do like exact liner, that's another good brand. But for lips, guys, and I think this is going to be my last little bit and we could just wrap this up. You guys can let me know what you guys have been loving for the year. I will start up again my monthly favorites and I will try to add in some mommy things in there because I have had a couple questions about mommy favorites, what you like to use on yourself and on baby. So I will start that up again. But this is my last of all my favorites. Like I said, was able to try Lunatic Cosmetics Labs this year and I really love them. 2 other items made it into my favorites for lips, the lip category, and this is the color Renegade and Coven Cream. Okay, number 1, they're super pigmented. Number 2, they're very affordable. Number 3, a little bit goes a long way. So the amount that I put on my hand here is probably what I would use on my lips. I really love these. I can use the I could use Renegade all by itself on my lips with a liner and go in. Coven Cream's a little too light. When you mix these two together, dreams, guys. And I use this, well, the liner is interchangeable, but today I use the Jordana Chestnut. I need to get another one because it's so small, but this, when you line your lips and you go in with the liquid lipstick, it is so good. Depending on how much you use, they can dry down pretty matte and they're very comfortable, but they're not the matte that when you put your finger over it, it crumbles. It's not a liquid, it's not like a matte drying liquid lipstick. It's just like a creamy lipstick, if that makes sense. So this is what the bottles look like. I'm scared to see how much is left because I literally use these every single day. I get so many compliments on it, but like I said, if you use these two, use a lip liner. I use Jordana. I swatched a little bit there so you guys can see it. And then also Kiko Cosmetics 315. This one has been one of my favorites because it's such like a rich brownie color, and I pretty much put it under anything. Like the other day I was wearing a red lip and I used it there and it's just so good. It's so good. So depending on how deep I want the colors to go, I can either use the Kiko or the Jordana. Jordana's kind of similar to my lip color, like a natural lip liner color for me, and then if I want something a little more dramatic, a little more deep, this would be the color from Kiko. Kiko Cosmetics, the Precision Lip Pencil in 315, like I said. And then if we step out of Lunatic Cosmetics, like you guys make some dope products and I want more people to know about you and talk about you and purchase from you guys because you guys are a great company. They're vegan, cruelty free, and I think that's so dope. If we could figure out how to make vegan products, I feel like more people should buy them, you know? And if you don't tell somebody something's vegan, a lot of the times they'll buy it, but when you tell them it's vegan, they don't want to. I don't get it. But anywho, This is also from Wet n Wild. This is 902C Bare It All. I feel as though this is a life staple, not even a year staple. I feel as though if you're somebody that wears nude lips often, this is something that you would benefit from as well. This is the color here. Like I said with liners, as long as you get like a really nice deep brown lip liner, this is going to be good for you. And then my last color that I was actually rocking with pretty hard all year. Oh, actually I have another liquid lip, but I'm not sure what I did with it. Let me see if I can look at the box. It's no stranger to these YouTube streets. It is the Kat Von D Bow and Arrow. Now, I know you're thinking, bow and arrow on my skin shade doesn't work, but it does. You get a good liner and it's really good. I was doing bow and arrow with a little bit of this color. This is Noble from Kat Von D. You guys are probably like, enough already, but you have to remember, I'm cruelty free. So cruelty free when you are shopping, some lines are now turning to cruelty free, but before, a lot of the brands that I was sticking to, this is the majority of what I have in my collection. So Noble, and then they had a color, it's discontinued now, but it's the color Agatha. It's like a pretty nude color, and I remember I used it on the middle of my lips, and ever since it's been a game changer. Now, oh, Cookie's another good one from ColourPop. That's actually pretty spot on to 902C. Wow. Okay, so I just think I found you guys a dupe. It's right here. This is Cookie from ColourPop, and then Wet n Wild's Bare It All. They're very close. Bare It All is a tinge more brown, but those are my colors. This is my year-end roundup, and probably the red that I was rocking all year was Nosferatu from Kat Von D, because when I find something that I really like, I have to play it out really quick, you know? Especially if it's a lip color. I have been a person that did not like red for the longest, and when I found that red, I was like, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is what I've been looking for all my life. So you guys let me know down below what your year-end favorites were for makeup. I know I was talking for forever. Obviously, you guys can see what brands I really love and have been gravitating towards. You guys have to remember that I am cruelty-free, and if I can find vegan versions of products, that's what I will buy. So I know if the brands were really repetitive, just know that they really do have good stuff. I've been doing this for a really long time, searching high and low for brands that I really love and keep going back to, and these were my 2018 favorites, and if not like lifetime favorites. Like some of these things are lifetime staples. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations of things that I should try out in the next year and buy and try and return if I have to, please let me know down below, and I'd love to hear what you guys were using last year so maybe I can implement them in 2019. But hopefully all is well with you guys, and I shall check you in the next one. Please remember to be blessed, well dressed, and not stressed, and I'll see you there.